Stop buying promises. Use signals your skin actually understands. Today we're talking about growth factors, what they are, and how to use them safely. What they are fast. Growth factors are protein messengers your skin uses to repair itself. EGF talks to the surface level skin cells, FGF signals the builders a little deeper down, and TGF-beta coordinates remodeling during healing. EGF means epidermal growth factor. In skincare, it is usually recombinant, and that means a lab makes a bioidentical copy of a human growth factor using either yeast or plants. On labels, you want to look for this oligopeptide. EGF mainly supports surface repair and barrier, so smoother texture is probably going to be what shows first. FGF means fibroblast growth factor. Fibroblasts are the construction crew in your dermis, deeper down. They build and remodel collagen and matrix. FGF subtypes exist. With FGF2, it's a basic FGF. It nudges fibroblasts. FGF7 talks to keratinocytes and does something completely different than FGF2 does. So when you're looking at what the formula has, please make sure to figure out which FGF they're actually talking about. TGF-beta coordinates remodeling and healing. It can nudge collagen. It is potent, but it's rarely sold as a single cosmetic active. So all growth factors are proteins. They are large, they're fragile, and vesicles are tiny lipid bubbles that wrap and shield them. So from a delivery perspective, any growth factor that is in a vesicle, and vesicles go by different names, are more effective in actually delivering into your skin than growth factors that are not in vesicles. So what are some names that you're going to be looking for on the labels? It'll be liposome or nanoliposome or ethosome or transferosome. That's one way of encapsulating growth factors. It could also be in phospholipids like lecithin. Flexible vesicles like ethosomes actually penetrate better than simple lysosomes. They're able to contort into your skin better and drive delivery of a large molecule better. What else do you need to look for? Ideally, airless pumps. Airless pumps help limit oxygen. These growth factors are very, very fragile, like I said, and you're going to want to prevent oxidation. Airless pumps are also going to limit contamination. So now let's talk about what to expect when you're using growth factors, and let's do it with receipts from studies. There was an open label study, 12 weeks long, 29 people, and it used a barley-produced recombinant EGF, so something like your SH oligopeptide 1, and that improved fine lines, textures, pores, and pigmentation versus just the baseline. A 2023 systematic review pulled 33 different studies, including 9 randomized trials, and the mean treatment was about 3 months. It found modest improvements and a low risk of adverse events across all those studies. Let's talk about safety and sources. This is for growth factors only. We're not talking about stem cells, no conditioned media. So typical sources of growth factors, especially recombinant production, are plants like barley or microbes like yeast or bacteria. Plant and yeast resources don't really carry any human viruses, so we don't really have to worry about safety too much. Bacterial systems must control endotoxin levels while it goes through purification. With any host, sloppy purification can leave traces that can irritate skin. So what does that mean when you're trying to use it? You should only use growth factors on healthy skin, and you want to patch test. Do it like on your forearm somewhere, and do that for at least a couple of days, if not more, to see if there's any irritation that exists before you ever come near your face with a growth factor serum. So who should be using growth factors? Anybody that is over the age of 35 that is beginning to see collagen levels decline, you're beginning to see fine lines, wrinkles, a little bit of sagginess, can definitely start using growth factors and give it 8 to 12 weeks before you expect any results. That's how long it took in studies. That's how long it's going to take on your skin as well. It's also not magic or a miracle drug, so please tame your expectations. In all of the studies, gains were modest, and they will start with texture first and fine lines first, and then build deeper. So please be patient. This is also good for somebody that cannot tolerate retinoids, because you get another way of working on anti-aging that you may not have had access to if you really truly cannot tolerate retinoids. Retinoids do remain the gold standard though for anti-aging and have decades of research and data behind them, something that growth factors do not have at this time. So who should not use them? The results that we have are, over a moderate amount of time. So it's still going to take some time before we get long-term results out of this. All the more important for you to be extra mindful of where the sourcing of your growth factor is coming from. You want to be sure there are no safety concerns. Anybody that has injured skin, any type of irritation, etc., you should not be using growth factors at all. Also, if you have any tendency towards skin cancer, you've had lesions, or you think there may be anything suspicious, please do not use any growth factors without talking to your dermatologist. Why? Because growth factors do exactly that. They help your skin regrow, which means they help it proliferate. So if there's anything suspicious on your skin, then there is the potential, although nothing has been reported so far, there is the potential, however minor, for the wrong type of cells to proliferate. So that's a risk that you have to evaluate for yourself and decide if you do or don't want to use growth factors. So for these repair signals, choose smart, use daily, give it 3 months, then decide. Save this, follow, because my growth factor product shortlist by budget is coming up soon.